Once again, I take this opportunity to welcome you to today's webinar on satellite-based crop health analysis for farm managers and farm owners. My name is Moses Kimani. I'm the founder and CEO at Lentera Africa. And we'll be co-presenting this webinar between Lentera Africa together with Dr. Fabio Vescovi of Airbus, who will introduce himself shortly. As we start, I'll say once in your life, you need a doctor, a lawyer, a policeman, a preacher, but every day, at least 3 times a day, you need a farmer. And I think that is what motivates us at Lentera and indeed with Airbus, working with farmers to improve productivity and to improve yield and using the latest technology that will enable them to achieve this. As we start, we will launch a poll. We want this to be an interactive session. So there will be a couple of polls. We ask you to participate actively. If you have any questions, please feel free to type in the Q&A section. And as we go to the next slide, in terms of the structure and the flow, we will keep the presentation short, and we want the bulk of it to be spent on Q&A addressing any questions that you might have. So we'll do a quick intro, then followed by our remote sensing engineer, Kevin Kariuki, talking about the popular indices. And then Dr. Fabio Vescovi will talk about VHI by Airbus. And then we want to have an ample session for question and answer. Now, I will launch the first poll for today. And here, you should be able to see a poll on your screen right now. It is what is the biggest challenge that you're facing on your farm? And I appreciate some of you are farmers, some of you are in service providers or working with farmers. So if you're a farmer, what is the biggest challenge you're facing on your farm? And if you are a service provider, what are the biggest challenges you see your farmers facing? So please vote in this poll, and then we will share the results shortly. Okay, I'll just give, you can see the questions that people are answering. We have about 50% of you have answered. I'll just give you 1 more minute before I can share the results. We have 70% voted. Okay, we are 80%. It's just we need to get 100% of the attendees voting. Okay, if you're going to put in your vote, do so. We will be closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I will end the poll now, and I will share the results on your screen. So it's interesting that majority of us said soil deficient in nutrients is the biggest challenge we're facing on the farm right now. So I find this quite interesting. Not even the high cost of inputs and not market for the produce. Pest and disease, drought and water management, again, that's slightly over half have those 2 factors in mind. But again, this is a very good segue to the next session where my colleague Kevin will talk about satellite-based crop indices. And before Kevin speaks, I'll just again do a quick intro about Lentera, who we are, what we do. I mean, we've seen from your poll, again, corroborates this, that climate change is impacting our farm productivity and rural livelihoods, whether it's cost of inputs, diminishing soil health, which most of you have said, unpredictable weather patterns is a big issue. Technology can promote climate adaptation and mitigation to enhance farm productivity. So we believe that Using the latest technology, every farmer should be able to increase their productivity and have tools that help them make the best decisions. And then a brief intro about us at Lentera. What we are a one-stop shop for sustainable agricultural transformation. And what that means is we provide satellite-based crop analysis, we provide weather analysis reports for farmers, advisory service, customized package of inputs, farm equipment, so fertilizer, seeds, crop protection. And for all this, we use data to make sure that the farmer gets the custom solution for their farm. We deliver this through our Crop HQ app, as you can see on the left side of the screen. But actually, most of our service is bespoke and customized either through the app or web app directly to the farmer, tailor-made for their particular situation. Before I get to this section, we'll be talking about satellite-based crop analysis. We will launch another poll. This time, we'll be looking at scouting options. How do you scout for pests, diseases, and nutritional deficiencies on your farm? So select your answer. You're welcome to vote on this, and we will share the results. Okay, you can see already, this goes quite fast. Already about half the respondents have come in. We will give 1 minute for the poll. So go through the question and there's choices, and then select how do you scout for pests, disease, and nutritional deficiencies on your farm. Okay, we'll just give the final respondents a few more minutes to come in. If you don't have a farm, you can vote as well. You know a farmer. I suppose everybody participating has an interest in farming. How would you, the farmers you work with, or either your customers or your partners who are farming, how do they check for pests and diseases, and how do you think they check for pests and diseases? Okay, you can see about 80%. So I'll give it 15 more seconds. Okay, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I will end the poll now. I will share the results. So interesting, 63% of you said, I go around the farm myself. So which means you take the time, you go to the farm, scout for pests and diseases, and you get the lay of the land, which is expected, and I think is the most common. 38% of you said we have a team of scouts. So I presume these are the larger farms, so farms, more commercial farms, the larger farms will have a team of scouts that they send to the different sections. And then 13% said we use a drone. And this is interesting that this is also a nice and emerging technology. Using drones to scout farms is quite interesting. So again, this is a perfect segue to the next section. So I'll now invite my colleague Kevin to take over and take us through the next section on satellite-based crop analysis.